So please give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you guys for being here.
Woo! Yo, one more time for these beautiful ladies, man.
That's better.
So as you heard from us, we had a little mental check-in. So I want to check in with you ladies. How are you guys doing today? Everyone starts off. We can start off with Case. How are you feeling today?
Oh my gosh. Like 12.
Yes.
First of all, I just wanted to say, you guys all like really showed up. So you should really give an applause for yourself because we need y'all. We need y'all in the conversation. So I actually just want to thank all of you. Thank you. So good.
Jess, talk to me. How are you feeling?
I'm like the broody artist one who's gonna be like, I'm feeling a lot of muchness. Like I'm feeling really, it's like, I feel like focused in purpose, which is great. And I feel the weight of the world. And I'm feeling like there's like big decisions happening in my life. This is probably more of a check-in than you were anticipating.
It's your check-in.
It's a solid check-in.
I was at like a skin, like a, facial checkup thing with the doctor. He's like, so how you been? And I was like, we're talking about just my face right now, right? We're just talking about my face. Great. But tonight specifically, I'm thrilled to be with you all. And I think gathering and talking about healing is really wonderful with people who know how to sit with the muchness. I think so. That's how I am.
Appreciate
That's the surface of how I am. You can believe it.
Stacy, talk to me. How are you feeling?
You know what? I am feeling blessed. Actually, my favorite word is magical. Tonight is so magical, and to see everybody come out and we're talking about a subject that is so taboo and a subject that we don't normally talk about and have conversations about. It's so wonderful to see. Like, I'm feeling so blessed right now, and I'm so grateful to be here and so honored to be here. So yeah, that's
Appreciate it. Jully, the energy on the end of the couch, man. Jully, looking at me with bare energy. What's going on? How you doing?
Yo, man. First of all, you guys put my 47-ness. I'm feeling all good in my 47-ness. Big up anybody in the 40-plus club. Make some bomba clout noise. Make some bomba... Oh, sorry. Make some noise in Jesus' name. Yes. Yes. 10 days and I'm getting married. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Don't give up, sisters. In the name of Jesus. But really, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, if you're happy and you know, kick your foot. All right, that's how I'm feeling. All right.
Now, I know you guys felt that.
We appreciate it. Yo, man. I appreciate you four ladies for joining us, man. We really, really, really do appreciate it. We're going to talk about a much needed topic. It's going to be another edition of a conversation that, needs to happen. It's healthy healing, right? Between the gender lines of men and women, right? Now, I have questions. We have questions. But we do invite you guys to now, challenge us and ask questions that you may have back, right?
We've got questions. Big time.
Oh.
We've got questions.
Should I take it back?
Nah, keep doing your thing. Stand in it, bro.
I'm standing behind you. All right. So to kick this off, what do you guys believe are the most common misconceptions men have about women in relationships, and then vice versa?
Who's clearing their throat?
So you heard that, Frank. It's them first, right?
Shoot, if you want to shoot, bro. It's vice versa. Men have, let's speak for ourselves, you know what I mean? What are some common misconceptions we have about women? Set the tone. I'm scared of the return, though. Look. See? Everybody's scared.
Are we waiting for the men to go or?
Women are first. Ladies first.
Case, come on.
I have an initial thought.
Okay.
I think sometimes, generally, women can feel like men are that they don't care. It can seem like they don't care, or that they're offline, or that that they're not paying attention, or they're not aware. There's some aloofness or something. But I think that I think that that's rooted in feeling like there's not permission, or there's not space to share your feelings or to share where you're at, and so because you feel like you always have to be fine. And so it can come off as like, why aren't you engaging in this? Why aren't you like getting in the ring in this issue with me, or this like feeling that I'm having? And it comes off as like, if you cared, you would be more invested or show your investment in it. That's a thought.
How do you guys receive that one? It's a tough one to start off the bat.
It's not even that it's tough. I think I feel like I've had this conversation quite a bit, and sometimes I think it sometimes comes down to how we receive love. I don't think we always understand how to give love in the way that our partner receives it. And I notice this most with us as men a lot of times. I feel like we do this thing where it's like, especially like when we're in relationships, we think like it's our role to provide. And then we put on the hard provider hat and focus on that.
Yep.
And what ends up happening is, in some cases, we end up providing pretty well. And then, or in some cases we don't. But the women will then look at us and be like, so no date night, no this, no that, no, you're not doing anything, you're not doing anything for me?
Yes.
And then you're looking at it like, what?
You don't see what I'm doing?
I'm out here working 13, 14 hours and trying to, just stay afloat. And it's like the things that you're doing sometimes are survival things. It's like, oh, let's go out for dinner. But they're not seeing that as something romantic. You didn't go out your way and do, because I feel like women have this way of, I'm sorry, y'all like to see us go out our way. Like if we really went above and beyond, it's like he did something really outside of his comfort zone, and that's effort. But anything that's the regular stuff, they're not really having that. And sometimes the regular stuff
I see all the men's clapping out there. The women clap too, clap too.
I ain't seen not a woman hand come together. That was crazy.
But when Jess talked, all the women were like, yes.
You didn't hear up there?
Yes.
You didn't hear?
However, on the other side of that, I do see from a lot of the great women I've had in my life, they are the thoughtful ones. I don't know why it seems like I don't know if they just get it, but it's like they do know the food that we like. They do know the drink that we needed. They do know the head rub that we wanted. They do know, like when we're sad, they do know how to, they recognize it, they see us. And sometimes it looks like to me, it's like, to them, they see us more than we see them. And I don't think that's true.
No. we got a strong clap in the front. I love that.
I was talking to my girlfriend about this. I think men just have a hard time multitasking. I'll just leave it to that.
I'm gonna say, could you turn me up, sound man? Can you turn me up a little bit? I'm gonna say something my mom said soon, like almost before she passed away. She gave me a couple nuggets, and she simply said, "Ju, everyone ages, not everyone grows up."
That's what we did.
Right? And so I think that it's time for us to understand what maturity looks like, and that mothering, we could be nurturers. I'm a nurturer, and it could cross the line into mothering depending on how that man was raised and what could have been missing in his life. But then realize that there's reflection needed to come back to me as well, right? So we have to understand as women that, he loves this oxtail and loves this head rub and loves all the things, but does he know what you need? Are you just going to be in non-sufficient funds because it's like all types of withdrawals being taken and you don't really know each other's love language? He's doing acts of service all day long, but I just want you to send me a circle message on WhatsApp. Like, do you know what each other needs? Right? So, I think that's maturity is a big thing for sure. Like I said, my mom said, like, it's time for us to grow up, man. Grow up and stop taking a census from your brethren. You could talk, but don't take a census. Not everybody needs to know what's going on in your relationship. Like, bring it in. Bring it in first. Bring it in, right, man them? Sometimes we're going to our gal friends, right? And especially if the gal them not on a man. The gal them is misery loves company. You know how much gal weren't happy for me when I get my big ring? Talk the things. But that's a different podcast.
All right, Kate.
So go ahead, Case.
I just wanted to add to that. First of all, I'm so glad everyone's here, but Jully, I really needed you today. It was a rough week for me this week. I really needed you today.
She's talking to you?
Listen, I just wanted to say with what your mom had passed down to you, saying that you can age, but are you growing? And I just wanted to add to that. I think the question, and honestly, Leslie, you already covered most of it, therapist. So I'm going to take my therapist hat off and just be like me. But I think it's part of that growth is also honesty. And I just feel like just like lived experiences, but this is not just for men, but for men and women, because I've had to check myself with my therapist. But I think part of that is just really being honest with yourself in that growth. I think a lot of us are preventing our breakthrough and are preventing where we need to go because we're not really honest with ourselves. We're looking towards society, we're looking towards Instagram and social media and a lot of pressure from outside to keep climbing, keep being. But coming back to Tychon when he said, just be. And it's that, like, just be honest, be so very honest, because the dating culture is looking.
I said, well said.
Just be so very honest, and that's something that I've really taken. I'm in my 30s now, and I'm just really like, man, I'm gonna keep being honest with myself, and I'm gonna really, really, really like dive into the things that I felt like I was pretending that I didn't need it. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anything that you walk away from this part of the first question, I just want you to be so very honest with yourself, because you know yourself and God knows you. And at the end of the day, that's really, really all that you need. Don't look for anything else, and just go with that.
I want to add to that,
Please.
to what everyone has said. We have to know that society, right? How women have been taught is to really, to feel, to nurture, and men are just taught like to protect and to provide, like you had stated. And so I'm just piggybacking off a lot of things. And so sometimes men specifically don't have that space where they're given a chance to really let their feelings out. And if they let their feelings out, you're being too much of a girl, or you feel too much, or maybe sometimes a woman is like trying to express, she's expressing too much, but a lot of the times when she's expressing, it's built up frustration because she hasn't had the space to really express everything. And when we talk about the dynamics in a relationship is never static, right? We think that it stays the same way, but we each grow as human beings. We're growing. And so it's really important that we check in with our partner. We check in because sometimes how you fell in love may not be the love that you want right now because you've grown. So check in with your partner. Consistently have these check-in. How does love and partnership feel to you at this moment, right? Provide that space where you can feel equally safe with each other. And I really love what you said, Jully. You can't let everybody be in your business. And you can't let the outside world of what you see on social media, oh my God, this is love, the big flowers in the car and the trip to Bali. No. Stay within what you have and work on what you have, but check in with each other because you're growing. You're not the same persons that you fell in love together, right? At the same stage. So you just check in and be like, how does love and partnership feel? So your love language is, yes, it's really important. So how you love me may not the way that I feel like I want to be loved, but it's really important. It's just having that safe space as a couple, because remember, it is a partnership. You are on a team. This is not an opponent. You are a team together, and you just work together.
I have to say one thing. I have to add one thing. Let's big up your chest. Can we add one
Yes.
thing? Because a lot of women are afraid. Stop skin your teeth, one.
Try it, man.
No, like real talks. Okay, so a lot of, and this was me in the past too. A lot of women are afraid to be like, I always say truly, Jully, sometimes unruly, right? So this is the thing in my relationship. I decided to really put it all out there, right? I'm gonna ask, and he'll watch this video and be. I said, listen, I talked to you guys about this too. Listen to me, ladies, okay? I needed 3 years tax return, okay? I need to see your credit score. And I'm a big woman. Right? I need to know, like, and if it was like, oh no, why are you gonna, what? We can't get the partnership if we don't have truth on the table. We can't get to this part if we don't know who we're actually dealing with, not what you're presenting. A lot of people send their representative.
Right?
Yes. Right? Jesus. And when I'm coming with the Scotch bonnet, pepper, right? We pray every night, and I said this at my shower. And I said in the prayer, I said, oh God, because I thought I was like, oh, I might lose this good man still. Anyway, so in the prayer, I said, God, I was spicy today. Oh Lord, I'm Jamaican, he's American. He might not get my pepperness. And he said, God, I need to interrupt this prayer. Please, no, for real. He said, please don't let my fiance pray away her personality.
Hey. Oh my God. Hey.
Yes.
That's when I knew he was a keeper. Because if I can cuss and I can this and I can that, and we can pray and all the things. Be yourself. Yeah. Be. We are human beings. We are human beings.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Right? But women, speaking to the women, they need to see you without the lace front. They need to see you without the lashes. Yeah. They need to say, who are you? Who are you? If you have to uninject your BBL, take out the body. Do what you have to do. They need to see you. Y'all are, yeah. Listen, you guys are giving them all type of fakery and sorcery. And when the pressure get hard, when pressure take the relationship, you don't turn into diamonds, you turn into one piece of crumbs pan grown. Train up yourself, ladies. You're not gonna be on your list. You want a good man? Are you on your own list? Are you on your own list? You have a list of 50 things he needs to do, this and that and this and that. You're not on your own list. When the going gets tough and you have to hold on the bills, can you hold on the bills? Yo, fix up, ladies. Bullet.
Corner, Jully, corner.
That was just the first question?
Hold on, I have a question.
Yeah, sure, bro.
A question, kid. Not to that. That
Can't follow that
I
up.
can't follow that, but I did. A question triggered up to me like a little bit back when we talked about like checking with our partners and trying to understand our partners. And I think it's a question I kind of have maybe for the ladies in the room as well is there's this part sometimes where you ask your person, your partner, like, what do you want? What do you need? What do you like? And sometimes it feels like there's this expectation from women for you to just know. What degree of
Say the phrase, though. Huh? Say the phrase.
What's the phrase? Oh, if he wanted to, he would.
Wait. You all know it, though. Right? So please help us explain, ladies.
How true is that? How much are we supposed to know versus how much can we just ask you and just get the answers so we know what to do?
I'm always ready, but go on. Go on.
Jully's over there ready. Jully, give somebody a chance.
Light skin guys.
We're back, baby. We're back.
I grew up in a household that was full of tension and no conflict because it was everything was like nuanced and you're just supposed to be able to read and it just felt so stressful all the time because I knew that things were amiss, but no one was talking about things being amiss. And there was like some martyry stuff with my mom kind of was like, I could leave, but I'm not going to, was kind of the MO. And like we have to help each other, love each other well. Like we're not mind readers. We go like you might put all of your intention into an action and someone is like, why are you bothering with this thing when I want you to be doing this? And it feels so deflating to be like, this is me trying to love you. And so if we're not constantly in communication of our intention and also being willing to hear that and course correct of like, if you're messing about with this thing and chores and the house and busy with your paycheck and whatever, which is very important. But you're not like taking time to spend time together, be present together, check in with each other, take care of each other, then like we need all of those things in different levels, I guess. But I think we have to be able to ask, and I also think that intention and action also needs to be there, of like thinking about your partner. You know them, you are into them, you know their interests, like taking a second to be like, what could I add this week to like take something off of their plate? Or how can I show them that I care? How can I let them know that I saw their intention towards me? If we each take time to think about the way that we're helping each other, showing up for each other, and see intention from both sides, and then talk about that, and then ask when we need a specific type of support, then I think that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Round of applause for that answer. Anybody else want to chime in on that question?
I just wanted to add, I think that question in itself, I'm like, I feel like we're missing a step. I think before even getting there, I feel like, how do you even ask? And how do you even be if you don't even know like what it is that you're looking for? Because you're kind of just like now walking very unintentionally. And I feel like dating sites and like this new culture is putting us in spaces where we don't really even have direction. We just want to be a part of something, but it's like you don't even know yourself, like what is it that you want. So I think before Tychon getting even to that, it's like, well, if he wanted to, he would. The thing is, he doesn't even know what he wants, right? Or she doesn't even know what she wants. And I actually do believe that, like, even from like lived experiences, I think we do walk into things where we actually don't know what we want. And this really comes back to, not really trying to make everything about therapy, but it really comes back to, what have you been through? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, how are you not able to recognize love and receive love? Yeah. Like, where does that come from, right? So I think there's like more deep-rooted questions that you have to do individually. And also this has to be a selfless act. I think a lot of us are trying to get into relationships looking at what are you going to give me? What are you going to give me? And I don't think fulfilling relationship and love is that. I think it's supposed to be selfless. You're supposed to give.
I want to chime in. No, I know you guys take me for a joke, but I'm being serious. And my best friends are here. They can attest to this. It actually makes me feel very, very emotional, because when my now fiance actually said, I want to date you with the intention of marrying you, I thought he was a madman. No, they could vouch. I was like, I met this guy. He's talking about marriage. Oh, this is all I wanted. This is what I wanted my whole life. This is a guy that says, yeah, he wants to protect and provide. This is a guy that says, sit in the car till I come around and open the door. Right? That's his culture. But I was sitting there like, okay, no. And not even a too good to be true vibes. To your point, I didn't see it. You know what I mean? I'm the youngest of 9 kids, 7 sisters. Didn't see it from any of their husbands. Didn't see it from my own father. Right? Everybody's praising the pastor in the church, but you're not seeing the pastor do anything for First Lady.
Come on.
Right? No, that one just came straight download. No, for real. All whose sister and so I make chicken for pasta. I have to cook for pasta. Like, so these are the things that we grew up seeing. Right? Yes, we serve. Service is great, but we're sitting there, and some of us long for touch. Yeah. Right? And it's not everything is that type of touch. Sometimes you just need to be in each other's space. Closeness. Yeah. Closeness. Right? So this is the thing that, I want to encourage and inspire us all to actually get outside. Talk about we outside. Get outside. Go join a running club. Go to a gym. Get outside. Yeah, the apps are cool. I don't diss the apps. Trust me, it's where we are on today. I get it. But you'd be surprised, the friendships that you could make that could potentially turn into something. Right? The world is hard out there. You need someone that's actually gonna be like sit in the mud with you. And ladies, it's all gonna wear off. We're going through all the changes. And the men are going to go through their changes too. Did you get your prostate test? Colonoscopy. You think I joke? Man, I laugh. These are the non-negotiables. Relationship, we want this to be forever. We want to be 88 like granddad. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
Real talk. So they don't make them like that no more. Regardless. built to last, but we have so much more pressure. The food's terrible. Like there's layers to this thing, right? So yeah, you want this, you want that. Okay, and then you get the thing. Like Leslie said, we're all looking for a feeling. Essentially, you want to win the lottery. You want to feel wealthy. What does that feel like? You want that feeling of being desired. What does it feel like? It's not some purse, a jacket that you put on. Trust me. Sit in the mud. Like Tychon said, stop trying to run away from it. Be uncomfortable. Be uncomfortable. Trust me. And let them tears roll out your face, because that's when you're going to thaw. Generational ice.
So, question for the man, them. Don't laugh. The girls, you guys, I want to hear it. I want to hear it from you first.
No. Go for the
All right. Well, all right. How can we better navigate the changing of gender roles as our relationship evolves over time?
Oh, I see you're looking at me, so I don't really with the gender roles. Like in my household, I don't look at my wife. She has to cook. I'll take out the garbage. We're a team. We do it together. I'll cook. She'll cook. I'll clean. She'll clean. One thing I don't do is laundry. She does that. But that's something that doesn't need to be said. She knows I don't like it. She takes care of it. And yeah, we're a team.
Appreciate that. I'll give it a round of applause for that answer. I like that answer. Theon, Tychon?
Yeah, honestly, like Terrell said, to be honest with you, I'm the same way. I know, like, with my busy schedule and work, a lot of the load falls on her. But it's letting her know that she's seen and that I appreciate that she takes on that role, but, like, it's not her role, if you get what I'm saying. When I'm home, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll play with the boys. You know what I mean? It's not solely on her. Just so she, like, I don't even really, like, for my relationship, I don't believe in gender roles. Like, we have to coexist so that we can be the best parents and partners for our family. So, again, whether that's showing up in, I'm the one that's wearing the apron cooking, or, you know what I mean? She's building something in the house. We're both contributing to our household. So,
love that.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Steph. Why are you laughing, brother?
You already started with some... Yeah.
No, I never believed in gender roles.
Never?
No, and I'll tell you why. I don't know how to use a drill.
He's not lying.
No, real talk. Like,
Yo, wait. There's an underlying beef between you two for the whole season 1. What's going on, man?
No, but, like, I don't. Like, I remember when Terrell was moving, he's like, I was like, yo, if you need anything when you're moving, you need me to help you build anything, let me know. And he goes, I will not let you know. Because you don't know how to build anything. But, like, like, I'm being dead serious. Like, my dad's a mechanic. I don't know how to fix cars. I don't know how to hang anything. I don't like when there's dirt under my fingernails. I don't like that stuff. So I never really believed in gender roles. It was more so like, I just believe we're a team. It's us versus the problem. Like, it's never, you have to do this because you're the woman. But I do like a woman that could cook. And thankfully, my girl could cook. You know what I'm saying? But gender roles is not really a thing. Like, it's just really about partnership and us learning each other and learning. A lot of times it's like, I am strong where you are weak and you are weak where I'm strong. And I sometimes feel like those make the best relationships where we can just support each other and it be about, again, like I said, us versus the problem.
Appreciate that. Give a round of applause for these guys on answer. Ladies, kind of the same type of question, but I want to tweak it a bit. With 2025 being here and gender roles kind of being the traditional thing that we've all come up around, or surrounded ourselves with, I guess, in relationships, where do you guys see it going? Is that something that we should still have a placeholder for? Or is that something that, like these gentlemen alluded to, kind of let go of that ideal? and again, just work as a team.
Oh, I don't want to get in trouble here, but we're going to talk about gender roles. I think working as a team is really important. I think a lot of, and I'm not just coming down on the men, I think society on a whole and men sometimes feel like their role is, like I say, is just to protect and to provide. And sometimes you'll have a partnership, you'll have a marriage, and there are a lot of married women out there that are single mothers. And a lot of men feel like just because I'm providing, or maybe I'm putting food on the table, or providing for the roof, I don't need to take care of the kids. And sometimes the gender role is not like, I think men will say, what I've seen, like they want a woman that's going to be at home and nurture and all of that, but they're not doing exactly what it is for a woman to feel nurtured, or exactly what it is for her to feel protected, right? So you can have a man and a woman in a household and both of them are working. Both of them go to work 9 to 5 and they have 2 kids, 3 kids, and yet still she's taking care of the household. And just managing the household alone, that is a lot of work, right? So I think if we're talking about gender roles, we have to think about being on a team. And so I don't like to see, and I've got a lot of friends that are married women, but they are single mothers and they're handling so much. And I don't think a lot of men understand how hard that is, and how hard it is to not come home and to really help out. Because when you come home from work, the work doesn't stop. Your 9 to 5 may stop, but the work at home, there's a lot more that needs to be done, right? And if we also talk about, and I hope I don't lose my train of thought here, when we talk about, say, a woman wants to just be protected or to feel nurtured, I'm probably going to ask for some help right here, because I feel like, because this hits so close to home and I know so many people in this situation and how it feels when it comes to gender role. The ideal is to just really to work as a team at the end of the day. It's to check in with your partner. It's to see what you all need to support, because I'm telling you, a lot of the support, a lot of the root starts in the home. And I think a lot of the times we take outside what is happening on the outside, what we see on social media, what we see what our other friends are doing, or what we see what other people have, and we try to bring it into a relationship. And that's where we can have like chaos that happens. But I think that's really what I'm trying to say, especially when we go to gender role. If we're talking about, okay, this is 2025, what are the roles actually? What is the man supposed to do? What is the woman supposed to do? No, we're coming together and we're working together as a team. And as long as you make each other feel safe, you make each other feel protected, you make each other feel seen, and you make each other feel heard, then I think you can work on really having a solid partnership, for sure.
Absolutely.
I want to add to that. As we say, like checking in, it's really important that the women do that, because me myself, I get lost in the rat race. I get lost in trying to provide and make the most money, show up for my businesses, show up for all these other things, and I get so lost, not even kind of seeing that. But like you said, the check-in.
It's so important.
The other day, we had a check-in. You know what I mean? Like, I need you here. You know what I mean? We need to be reeled in sometimes. And admittedly, like, we just get lost. Yeah. And it's like, when you don't really see how to navigate that, or you don't have, I don't want to say role models, but you don't have that in your life every day, it's hard. And like for me, I'm trying to break these generational curses and show up every single day. Yeah. But again, I didn't grow up necessarily seeing that. So it's like, it's a learning curve. But like, I think that the check-in is really important, where you reel us in and just be like, hey, I need this from you. Because sometimes you just think that you're providing and you're not thinking of the other.
Yeah.
So the check-in 100% is really important.
And a lot of times too, women feel like men are not going through anything, like where they're not going through an emotional turmoil or anything like that. And so it's really important to provide that space for them to even feel open to have that conversation, because society has put this thing, you just got to man up. Yeah. Just man up. Just everything. Just suck it in. Just man up and just be strong. And I'm so triggered by that word strong. And then especially, I'm just going to speak on a whole, just because my work really navigates and disrupts and dismantles how strength is viewed in the Black community, especially when it comes to our mental health. It strips us of our humanity, right? And I want us to understand that your strength is never about how much you can carry. Your strength is what you choose to put down. Okay? So put it down. Put it down and have that talk.
I want to chime in on the gender roles, because what's been really helpful for me in this season of my life is providing accountability in my relationship, and he provides order. And so we're realizing that, you know what, setting an example of as a woman that's always with my champagne room, I spend time with my girlfriends. I'm observing, hey, what, you haven't hung out with your man then? Well, go on. Making sure that we don't get lost in this relationship and suffer from isolation. All of a sudden, we're on this island by ourselves until something happens and we need to call for help, right? Remember that we're still what we were attracted to each other. The reason we were attracted to each other. We can't lose those things. That's why we attracted each other. So that type of, how gender plays a role in how women do things. And we have these spaces and, we skip down the street and hold hands and we do all that. We're so, touchy-feely, you know what I mean? Observing like, hey, you haven't been to the Domino's in a while. You haven't hung out with your Mason brothers or blah, blah, blah. Like I think women, it's time for us to realize that it's not just for them to come and serve, and lose themselves too. So that type of check-in, I think, is very, very important.
And vice versa, too. 100%.
I've been thinking about, like, within every relationship, there's, like, the two people in it, and then there's the relationship as, like, a triangle. And so there's, like, seeing each other as you are and knowing what each other's, like, goals are and what you're aspiring to be and the type of person you want to be in the world, like, your highest self, how you show up, and, like, our job in relationships or our offering to each other is to continually point back to that thing. Almost, I think if it's like, not that it needs to be this formal, but that you're going like, hey, we made agreement, like I know you to be this person, and I'm going to point you back towards that thing that I know you to be, and that you're both mutually doing that. And then that there's that third piece that's also the relationship, which is different than the individuals. That there's like, how are we investing in our relationship? But it's not like, you're not doing this for me. It's like, hey, how is our relationship doing? Like, how are you doing? How am I doing? And then how is our relationship doing? And those are like three separate parts that like make the triangle, I guess.
I think the thing that we're all trying to say is we're ever changing, and even the expectations that we have for each other can change, right? So I think the importance of that check-in is of that, to make sure that we're still on the same alignment of those things that we want or things that we still want, or if they've changed, that we're going back to, we're on the same page. But yeah, I think that's important.
I just want to say, while you're changing, stop looking to the left and to the right.
And Instagram.
Just look straight, because most of us, as soon as something gets tough, we're trying to jump out.
Yep.
That's not what marriage is about. That's not what a long-term relationship is about. So during the changes, stay in your lane. Stop looking left and to the right about what they're doing or what they're not doing. And this is how people get really caught in lust and cheating and this and that, because they're trying to step out of something because something gets so uncomfortable. You got to sit in the discomfort. You chose that person. You committed to that person. And now something gets hard and we just want to look to the left and the right. This is why we have a high divorce rate, right? There's lots going on, but it's like, stay committed, stay rooted, stay grounded.
You hear that, babes? I got to check in.
Kind of last question here I have for you guys is, what can each of us do, regardless of the gender, to create more understanding, more respect, and equality in our relationships? Just be, right?
Honestly, I think that's a great question, Steph. I think I'm going to go back to check-in, because what I've heard from everybody is it sounds like the check-in has dimensions to it. There's the check-in with how am I feeling. There's the check-in with how the relationship's feeling. There's the check-in with... There's also the check-in that too, but there's also the check-in of how can I better support you? How can I be a better friend? How can I be a better man? How can I be a better husband? Like, those check-ins are so important. And it's understanding that, like, there isn't just one check-in as in how you feeling. There's dimensions to it. And if we can start seeing that we can have a more holistic check-in, I think we'll just have better relationships. And not just with romantic ones, like even with your friends. How can I be a better friend to you?
But could we also celebrate the wins? Like, sometimes it's like we're checking in like things are always bad.
My bad.
Could we like celebrate that things are good? You know what I mean? Like, it's like the Shabbats on Fridays. I used to go to a friend of mine Shabbat, and it's like, yo, what were your wins this week? Let's talk about the wins. When things are going good, things are going great. Like we have to celebrate them things, man, for real.
Nobody else? No?
What was the question again?
Sorry. What can each of us do, regardless of gender, to create more understanding, more respect, and equality in our relationships?
I've been thinking too, I think there's a lot of like binary happening in like, am I good? Am I bad? Am I doing good? Have I pass, fail? Like there's like this like either or, like it's like, oh, am I exempt from being called a bad man? Or am I like implicit, or like, am I complicit in that? And like healing there's no like arrival place of healing. There's no arrival place of like enlightenment. It's like that is a constant journey until the day that we die. And so rather than going like, am I good though? Are we good? Is this good? It's like, how can, like, what else? Like what next? Like what else can I know about you? How else can we grow together? How else can we heal together? Rather than being like, is our relation, like, do we get like the check mark on like how our relationship is doing? It's like, how was your, like, it's not even a yes, no question or pass fail question, but it's like, tell me another story. Like, what don't I know yet? What new thing or new perspective, or what are you learning or reading? Like checking in that way, that it's not like, hey, do we get to like put that picture on Instagram of like our, anniversary looks great, or what, like you're doing the red roses and all the things that you're like supposed to check off, that it's like, how else can I show up for you? Or like, what don't I know yet? And I think that shifts it from like some sort of like, binary to something expansive and collaborative together.
Appreciate that.
You like that one?
Yes, Mom.
I just wanted to add, like, the final thing that I will say is like, also go to therapy.
Yes.
See the way you plugged in their
Couples
case.
therapy.
Leslie and I will stand right here. I don't know if doctor's here still, but we'll stand right here. We'll give like free discounts for like, no, but I'm saying like go to therapy as well. Like I think like I love it. And Tychon and I actually met off of like a lot of the mental health work and mental health awareness. So like honestly, it's 2025 and yes, we're having great conversations, but listen, just go to therapy. And I say it like this because I'm just like, and again, Leslie's looking at me like, because as racialized women who grew up in a lot of the intergenerational trauma households and stuff like that, like we get it. But there are people that look like you that are clinicians now. We ain't got that excuse no more.
Yeah.
I'm really, really tired of my community giving that excuse of us like, yeah, but I don't know. You need to go to therapy. And I think you can show up better in your relationships when you go to therapy, individual therapy. Don't be trying to trick y'all and try to go do this couples therapy thing. Couples therapy is necessary. You need to also be in individual therapy because you need to do the work on yourself and to unpack all of those layers. And when talking about schema therapy and all the different modalities, but we need to know who we are. Can you imagine 30 odd years you're living and you have no idea what your attachment style is, no idea what your trauma is, no idea what triggers you, no idea. Well, of course, I'm not going to know how to get along with you. Mm-hmm. So I just say, please go to therapy because it's affordable, it's accessible. There's discounts, there's rates. If you can book that trip to Bali.
Shout out to Bali.
Send a discount. I think that's what everybody's waiting for, the discount codes. And
You look under your chairs.
And how do they reach out to you? Make sure when you do reach out, you send them a 50% discount.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll tell you this right now. I'll pull up if it's a 50% discount.
But also, don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to
say
play.
that.
Don't forget to
Yes.
skin your teeth. Like,
Yes.
let me tell you something. Laughter, like it is the standard. It's the benchmark. It's the anchor. Really, like we have to find that joy in that play. play is what brought me to where I am on today. Trust me. And it's who I've always been.
Yes.
So, you know, I got lost and how I got found was play. So have fun, man. And don't cancel your, like, as a woman, one of my best guy friends, Ansel London, like, keep your guy friends too, eh? Don't feel so you can't talk to the man them.
Mm-hmm.
And man them, if your girl's making you have to cut off your best girlfriend, dash her. No, fast. Because she's severely insecure. Dash her. Like, you can have, just make sure that we know your gal. Make sure you introduce me to your gal.
That part.
It's that part. It's when that's your best girlfriend, but we not go to dinner together. Well, go on, me not get no invite. But anyway, don't dash. The opposite sex can teach you a lot, man. Trust me, it's not always your girlfriends that's gonna tell you the things. Talk to the man them.
Absolutely.
It's helpful.
I would add one thing too. I think it's really important that you have a friendship within your partnership. I think so many people think, first of all, I've heard somebody say, like, I love you, but I don't like you. Okay? And remember when COVID happened, how many couples broke up because they had to be around each other for the entire time? Like your person. Have a friendship. How many of us would rather, okay, no, I don't want to hang out with my man, or I don't want to hang out with my girl, I want to go out with my boys, or I want to go out with my girls, right? Have a friendship. Develop a friendship with your person and like your partner. Love them. Like, have the play. Your date night could be like, let's just go to the playground and just go on the swings and go on the monkey bars, or like go on whatever, just have fun. But you have to have that friendship within your partnership. You gotta like your person, not just love them. You gotta like them. When you like them, you want to be around them all the time. You want to have the conversation. You want to play with them. You want to pull out the water balloons and splash each other. You want to have that fun, right? So have a friendship. It's really important to be friends with your partner. It's really important.
And sensuality is very different than sexuality.
Yeah.
Okay? And we need more than penetration.
Hey.
That's a different podcast. Okay, just wanted to put, we're all grown.
Also, yeah. And I just wanted to say, this is a great place to go say hi. So all the single people in the space right now, go say hi to each other and have a conversation. I'm tired of everyone coming to these events and just waiting for us speakers to speak. Go speak. Go meet someone, say hi, how you doing, what's your name? Like, this is how you meet people too. Like, be organic. You're here in the space. Live.
Yes.
Give it another round of applause for these ladies, please.